Hey guys, welcome back to the Fergie Way with Teach FM. And yeah, we're heading into season 2. It's been a successful first season. There's been transfers, there's been fallouts, maybe you might call it. But above all, there's been a successful off season. So what we'll do is we'll just roll the intro and I'll see you on the other side. Now guys, we are heading into season 2 here, and as I said in the season 1 review, season 2 will be the final season for this save. I have a couple of ideas that I want to go forth with. If you have any ideas for me to do, pop them in the comments, I'll have a look at them. So there has been some changes in the transfer window. I've bought in players and I've maybe changed the way I wanted to play the game. Because this is the last season, I do want to chase the Champions League because, well, I just want to win it. I want to restore United to where they used to be. So I've made sure that I've bought a couple of players in a couple of areas. One that was forced, I'm afraid, but I brought a couple of players in a couple of areas. But before we go into that, I did just want to say this. Thank you. You guys, the support I've been getting as a brand new YouTuber, brand new to doing FM on YouTube, not new to FM Mind, but brand new to doing FM on YouTube. The support I've got was and still is growing. I'm amazed and astounded for what I'm doing to be getting the followers I'm getting. I really expected to get maybe a few subs, and most of them be my friends, to be honest. But the subs are growing, the likes are growing, the comments are growing, so I thank you guys for that. I really, really do. But on with the video. As I say, there has been changes. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick look. I'm not going to bother looking at pre-season because, to be honest, my pre-season games are all against lower league opposition, crap opposition, just want to get them morale of lads up. So we stomped them all. They were all really, really, really poor teams. Just try and keep the morale up of the guys, get them scoring a few goals, get them excited for the new season. That's all I ever tend to do. So I always run around with 9 or 10, 11 friendlies, and we just go at that. So we will go and have a quick look at our transfers, both ins and outs. Now, as you can see, I don't know where we'll start. Well, I'll tell you where we will start. The ones that you're going to want to hear about first will be the transfers in. So as you can see, I've spent a crazy amount of money across 2 players, in truth, a hell of a lot of money. So we brought in David Alaba to play left back, and there's a story behind that. A little after the first season review there, Luke Shaw came to me and said, I want a new contract. And I thought, well, fair dues, you're doing all right. So he played really well. I think young player of the season. No, he'd had a good season. That's the top and bottom of it. And when he came to me and asked for £275,000 a week, my jaw just dropped. I mean, Luke Shaw's a good player, and one thing I've never done in any previous save is sort of sell Luke Shaw. But I tried to bring him down to something more reasonable. I mean, it's still a lot of money, but I tried bringing him down below £200,000. Got to the point where his agent had a strop, stomped out the office, and Luke Shaw was whinging about not getting the contract he deserves. So at that junction, I thought, well, who else would I get for that kind of money? Who else would I get? It was for someone who's looking for £275,000 a week. And we found David Alaba. Needless to say, absolute world class. Still only young at 25 years old. But as I say, I do want to chase the Champions League this year. So I want to be making sure that I was bringing in world class players to replace anyone who wanted to go. For what it was worth, Luke Shaw, he did end up going to Paris Saint-Germain for a princely sum of £40.5 million. I suppose in today's game, because some of the transfers that have gone on this year have been crazy. But for this game, 40 million quid. He was a player who was never going to get that contract off me. £40 million in the pocket. All I've had to do is add 40 million quid to it to get David Alaba. I'm a pretty happy manager right now. And the other signing is Renato Sanchez for a ridiculous £97 million. Now, I did need to strengthen the midfield sort of centre areas just because I play 3 players there and I only have, I think, 4 or 5 to choose from as it stands at the moment. And I certainly want to make sure I've got at least a couple of players for each position in the middle. I'll be honest, it was first choice straight away, but Bayern Munich were playing hardball and they didn't want to sell. So I started looking at the likes of Del Alli, Eric Dier at Tottenham, just to try and bring in someone into midfield. And Tottenham wanted in excess of 100 million for each, which turned my attention back to Sanchez. I was able to buy him for 97, that although he's not cheap, was cheaper than his English counterparts. Of course, Sanchez being well-known, well-rounded central midfielder, years ahead of his time, at only 19 years old, to be seeing these stats that we can see here. Now, it's not all great. The likes of his positioning at 10 will be a problem, will need to be trained, and other factors being his marking at 10. But I mean, when you're looking at these stats, you're seeing your natural fitness at 17, with that middle of the park there where they're going to be chasing around, agility and balance at 16 and 18. It's just, he will be a rock for us in the middle. And if we're going to try and make a charge for the Champions League this year, he's definitely going to be a big part of it. And I'm not going to go in and take a look at him, but Johan Collin there, he's just one of them young regen kids, probably going to end up being a worldie, but for now, he'll just be sat in the reserve team. There's a couple more that I've added as well. They're not shown on here because effectively we're at the back end of last season, but nonetheless, that's the ins for this year. Now, the outs. Oh, there he is at the bottom. I thought there was one missed now. Just to switch these up so we've got the high prices at the top. There we go. So as you can see, Luke Shaw, obviously, he went to Paris Saint-Germain following his strop coming into the office, wanting more and more money. Money that I was never going to pay him for his job. And off he went to PSG. The next one's Phil Jones. Phil Jones was a player that, as you know, last season had a couple of bad games on the bounce, gave away 2 penalties and never really managed to get himself back into the team. And on the strength of the fact that he was worth £27.5 million, and I knew I wasn't going to use him this season going forward, I've sold him to Barcelona. Why they wanted him, wonders will never cease. I have confidence in the likes of Eric Bailly. I also have, of course, still Chris Smalling, who made a mistake or two last season, but in the main played well. And then we do have Twinzabi coming up and Rashawn Williams. So I'm pretty confident I'm covered there. I may be ruining this if I end up taking a couple of real big injuries, but for now, losing Phil Jones, good move, I think. Jesse Lingard, as you know, was one who was always maybe on the fringes of last season, and this year, West Ham came calling with a bid of 14 million quid, rising up to 18 million, so off he went. Adnan Januzaj, I had a problem with these kids who came back on loan. The likes of Januzaj, Pereira, Wilson. I feel that their growth as players had been stunted being at these loan clubs. They didn't have great seasons and I felt they would have been much better with us. But coming back into the squad, Januzaj's position behind the strikers is currently filled by both Juan Mata and Mkhitaryan, and the youth I am trying to breed into that position, Callum Gribbin, is also pretty much a permanent fixture in the first team, although with little game time. So Januzaj didn't stand much chance of getting in. Same with Guillermo Varela. He maybe could have stayed, but Lille came knocking. They were offering the money. I was not too fussed about letting him go. And yes, as we can see, it's just the rest of it was a lot of releases. And of course, Michael Carrick retired. And out of interest, before we get finished with the transfers and on to today's live com, I did think it was worth to just come and have a look at some of the other transfers that have been going on. One that catches my eye was Eden Hazard. Now, he has gone to Real Madrid for a figure of £71 million, which I suppose in the now market in football at the moment, world football, 70 million quid is quite a steal. Where he's going to fit in at Real Madrid when you consider their wings are pretty much spoken for between the likes of Ronaldo, Bale and Isco playing out there. And Madrid, since we've been playing this save, have been playing very much a defensive formation with Kroos and Modric sat in the middle and a player playing behind them. So I'm not sure where they're going to play him. I don't know whether it was 70 million quid for the sake of buying a Galactico this year or something. I don't know. Griezmann has made the move to Manchester City. Now, Griezmann is a player I admire. Griezmann is a player I'd love to buy. But with our strike force, the ever-impressive Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Martial having such a wonderful first season, Marcus Rashford, who we know, due to the fact that he's a wonder kid, with the right treatment is going to come good anyway. And, of course, the wild card of Memphis Depay having an absolute screamer when playing as a striker last year. There was no point in me even going for him. There's no point. I mean, I'd love Griezmann, but I've got enough talent at the top of the pitch without having to worry about a fifth person who's going to want a load of money and expect to be playing every game. We can also see that Arsenal have strengthened their team with Icardi. We can see the Luke Shaw transfer out. We can also see that Inter spent 30 million quid on Vitolo. And one that I chuckled a little bit when it happened. It's not showing here, which is a pain in the ass, but you'll have to take my word for it. Liverpool bought Christian Benteke from Crystal Palace for 28 million quid. True story. It happened. I know crazy things happen in FM, but that's crazy. So here we are then, guys, at the curtain raiser to the Premier League. It is, of course, the Community Shield, where we play Arsenal, last year's FA Cup winners, and, of course, last year's second to final game, in which we took an absolute kicking 4-2. So this game will be very close, according to the press, and it will likely come down to a lottery of a penalty shootout. I don't believe that because I think both teams have got enough firepower to either destroy the other or vice versa. Definitely going to be an interesting game to say the least. We have been made favourites, so at 6-4. Arsenal are out at 13-8 with a draw at 2-1. I definitely think it's going to swing one way or the other, but I honestly don't know which way it's going to swing. As you can see, our key man's Paul Pogba and their key man's Alexis, very much the way it laid out last season. We'll go on to the lineups, take a look at who we're playing, but interestingly see whether they're feeling Icardi, of course, who they just spent 41 million quid on. So as usual, guys, we'll start with the home team lineup, and although we're not at home, we are in the home box, so we do have De Gea in the sticks. We have Alaba making his debut at left-back, with Eric Bailly and Smalling at centre-back, with Darmian at right-back. We have Daley Blind, Paul Pogba and Herrera in the middle, with Juan Mata sat behind Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Rashford getting the start over Martial based on pre-season form alone. We have Schneiderlin, Mensah, Mkhitaryan, Martial, Twinzabe, Sanchez and Depay all sitting on the bench, and I will be looking to play as many of them as possible. Now, Arsenal's team. We have Szczesny back in net, obviously back from his loan spell. We have Kieran Gibbs at left back, Paulista, Mertesacker and Mustafi making up the back four. We have Jack Wilshere sat in the middle, which is interesting. I really didn't think he'd get back into the team, but he seems to have done, alongside Xhaka. And then we have Alexis out left, Fekir playing behind Icardi and Walcott on the right. So they're going to be quick down the wings. My main concern does come around Sanchez, because in truth, both the games in which we lost last season, he absolutely bossed it. So we'll speak to Roy Keane, see what he has to say. What's happening in Roy Keane's House of Pain today? Sanchez, Icardi, Jack Wilshere's probably gone for Jack Wilshere just because he's made of glass, which is a good shout. We'll go on to the team talk. For the fans, which is a fair crack, I think so. Only motivates a couple of people, though. I'm going to tell Rashford now, he's getting old enough to take it on the chin. Tell him that I want to see a good performance. He's done nothing about it. And yeah, so we will start the match on that. I just want to ensure that we are on extended highlights, which indeed we are, because we've only got one live com today. Even though we have just struck a free kick, guys, early signs are not great. Arsenal with the majority of the possession in the first 5 minutes. However, obviously it is starting to balance out now. Unfortunately, we're showing 2 attacks to Arsenal's 0. So a good start in general, hopefully. It's Mata on the corner now. It's cleared out, but only as far as Herrera. Herrera's picked it up. It's Darmian to Smalling. Smalling to Pogba. Pogba will play it forward to Mata, and it's forced onto the post by Szczesny. Nearly an early goal there, guys. 17 minutes in. It's Mata with a cross now. It's onto Ibra's head. It's Pogba! 1-0. Paul's starting the season a lot better than he did last year, so let's hope that this is a sign of things to come from Pogba. So it was a corner off Mata, guys. Over towards Ibra. Ibra heads it in. Gibbs kicks and heads it out, but Pogba slaps a volley into the bottom corner. 1-0 United. We'll take that considering how Arsenal have been so strong just lately. It's Ibrahimovic now. To Rashford. Rashford's got loads of space in front of him. Can he make it 2? It's put it wide. That's going to go down as a clear cut. It has. It has. We've already had 2 clear cuts in the first 20 minutes and only 1 goal from them, which annoys me just so slightly. It's Walcott now. Walcott is dangerous. He's going. Alaba. Showing his class. It's Mertesacker now out to Mustafi, who is playing right back today. It's on to Walcott. Blind picked it up though. Interception by Daley Blind. Gives it to Alaba, to Mata. And to Herrera now. He will send Rashford forward. And Rashford has a goal from miles out. Don't know what he's playing at. Still 1-0. Bailly now to Pogba, but Pogba's missed it. It's Jack Wilshere. He's played it through to Icardi. Icardi will shoot. Puts it over the bar. Arsenal's first shot registered. It was one from distance, and needless to say, it was off target. As Mustafi now. Alaba's cut it out. Icardi is back on the ball to Wilshere. Wilshere back to Mustafi. Mustafi will cross, you think? No. That was dodgy. I thought Alaba wiped out Icardi then, guys. Come on. Take the ball off him. Alaba now to Mata. We will mount a counter-attack as Ibrahimovic. Nope, it's not gone far enough. Ibra now. Mata has sent Rashford through this time. Rashford running down on goal and it's saved. It's Ibrahimovic. It's 2. 2-0 there, guys. Rashford really should have scored in the first opportunity. Ibrahimovic pouncing on the rebound. 2-0 United. As we can see here, Rashford broke free. He really should have scored. Rushed out. 2-0. We'll take it. We'll take it. Ibrahimovic there, throwing the guns in the air in the celebration. 30 minutes in. Great possession. Arsenal only registering one shot. This is going really well. It's Ibra now over a free kick. Saved by Szczesny. Gabriel will try and pump it clear. But it's only gone as far as Herrera. And Herrera, Fekir now. Fekir has picked it up. Icardi's trying to make a run. Darmian comes across, but it only gets as far as Fekir. Fekir, puts it wide of the post. Saves our blushes. That's 2 shots by Arsenal now, but yet to register one on target. It's Blin now to Herrera. Pogba, Mata to Ibra. Mata still on the ball. Not sure what happened there. Oh no, I do know what happened there. It was Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's just slapped one well wide. Not something we expect to see the big Swede. 35 minutes gone, guys. Highlight here with Smalling to Herrera. Herrera to Darmian. Darmian's lost out to Alexis though. Icardi's on the ball now. Icardi does have support coming, but the United players did swamp him there, but it's left him with problems because Mustafi's got the ball on the right wing. He's crossed it in. Yet again, put over the bar by Arsenal. 3 shot, none on target. 37 minutes into the game. If I was a gunner, I would be a little bit worried. It's Mata now. Herrera, will he hit it? Hit it, Herrera. Only as far as Pogba. Pogba shoots. Deflected. We will get another corner. Mata now. Out to Pogba. Shoot, Pogba. Nope, he's not got the space to do it. Ibrahimovic picks it up to Bailly. Ibra is back on the ball and he's somehow... Oh no, he's not. He's kept it in. It's Alexis now. Alexis will get it clear. Quietening off the highlight. And it looks like we'll be heading in 2 goals to the good at half-time, which I'm relatively happy with. We have had 4 clear-cut chances though, and we really should be putting clear-cut chances away at every opportunity. I'll give the guys a team talk. Based on the clear-cut chances, I'm actually going to tell them I'm not happy and look, fired up, motivated. Clear-cut chances have always been a thing with me, in which when you've got top-class strikers, and it's arguable that United, certainly in this save right now, do have some of what is best available in the world, clear-cut chances should be put in the back of the net, especially for the money they're getting paid and especially for the level they're playing at. So, give them all a bit of an arse kicking, tell them to pull the finger out, and with a little bit of luck, Arsenal won't do what they did last time, and they turned around the 2-goal deficit and kicked our arses. It's Fekir now on the corner. Arsenal, David De Gea jumps out, catches it, saves us from what might have been a strong Arsenal attack, and it's Pogba now. Plays in Rashford. Rashford's got space to run. He opens his legs up and he puts it in finally. 3 attempts Rashford's had where he's bared down on goal on his own, puts one in the back of the net, and finally 50 minutes in justifies getting started over Martial. Rashford here breaks free, puts it across Warwickshire Szczesny and straight into the bottom corner. I'm happy with it. 3-0, guys. It does look like the game has been won. So I am now going to start looking at playing some of the other players. So I'm going to pull off Herrera. We will bring on Sanchez for his debut. He's lacking a little bit of match sharpness. Matt has been quiet, so we'll bring on Mkhitaryan. Zlatan Ibrahimovic can come off. We'll bring on Martial. We'll leave Rashford on as he scored his goal. And maybe a little bit later on, we'll bring on Depay. I am treating it like a friendly, guys. That's all it is at the end of the day. Just a glorified friendly. You might get a little trophy at the end of it. It is a curtain raiser. It's one you always want to win, but it's a friendly nonetheless. So trying to get these guys playing together, more important than anything else. We are heading into the 60th minute as Sanchez picks up a booking. Arsenal yet to register a shot on target. We're playing quite well. I'd like to nick another goal so that we've had 4 clear cuts and 4 goals. I'd be happy with that. But we'll just have to wait and see, as we're getting nothing in the way of highlights. Like, literally, nothing. 75th minute. Finally, but it's to Arsenal by the looks of it. It's Wilshere. Blin picks it up. Plays it out, but only as far as Kieran Gibbs. Gibbs is trying to get space. Dragomir to Berahino. Sergio Berahino now on the right-hand side. He will look for a cross. It's Welbeck at the near post, and always Danny fucking Welbeck. So we lose a goal. We don't go in with a clean sheet today. You can see Berahino knocks it in towards the near post. Welbeck slinks in front of 2 defenders, puts it in De Gea's near post. Shocking goal to concede. And Arsenal are on the attack yet again. It's Wilshere now. Campbell's trying to find some space. He's had to play it backwards to Gibbs. Kieran Gibbs now. To Wilshere, to Xhaka, to Dragomir. He's hit one. It's only soft though. Easily collected by De Gea. And we will press back out with Alaba. So just in the 85th minute, guys, we're just going to wear out a few more. Ooh, put on Fosun-Mensah there. Daley Blind. And then we'll bring on Memphis Depay. And we'll also take off Bailly. We'll put on Twins. Oh, unlucky Twins Arby. You're not getting a game today, son. But yeah, so we just made a few changes, more just to freshen some legs. There is only 5 minutes left. There's Pogba now. Plays it forward to Mkhitaryan. It's Rashford. Rashford takes a shot, but it only gets slapped back off the Arsenal defence. There's Joe Campbell now. Comes marching up the left wing. Well played Sanchez. Got back into him, but Welbeck has picked up possession. Welbeck skins 2 defenders. Doesn't quite get past Bailly. Dragomir once again. He likes to hit him from distance, this kid. It's twice he's done that for Arsenal. He's won him a corner this time, though. It's Berahino. Smalling clears it as far as Martial. Martial will look for Rashford. Oh, it's Memphis to run now, of course, from the change. So it looks like we're going into the final highlight, guys. 3-1. Arsenal may be able to nick one at the end here, but it's not going to change the result. And they don't. It's full time, guys. 3-1 Arsenal in the Community Shield. Happy with that. What we'll do is we'll just tell the lads that we are calmly going to say congratulations on your performance out there. Who had a screamer? Well, Rashford played okay in the end. I'll just tell him he did well out there. I don't want to get him too excited because he wasn't that good. But Pogba playing a 9. Spectacular. You deserve the breather. So a resounding win, guys. Looking at the stats at the end of the game, of course, we had great possession. Arsenal didn't have much in the way of shots. We got 9 of ours on target, but as you know, the clear-cut chances bothered me ever so slightly. What we'll do, take a quick look at the schedule. I already know what game we're going to be coming back for, but we'll just go and have a look anyway. And as you can see via the schedule, guys, we have got Palace away in the Premier League. And then the very next game, we have the UEFA Super Cup against Real Madrid, which is a definite live com. So in the next episode, we'll come back. We'll only do the one game. We'll just play the Real Madrid game on extended highlights because it's the first time we've played one of the more of the superpowers in Europe. So it'll be a good test for the team. So I want to make sure that I can give a good live com on it. A nice long one, not one of these key highlight ones where it disappears too fast. But yeah, so once again, guys, this is going to be the final season. Any ideas? Pop them in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed the episode, hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed around here already, hit the subscribe button. That way you can keep up to date with all my content. And thank you for all the support and the continued support I'm getting via my YouTube channel from you guys. It's been great. I'm enjoying doing it. And I'm going to continue doing so long as you guys are. So on that note, I will catch you later. See you in a bit.